Man, we got a developing story. Something that's going on between ESPN's First Take, Stephen A. Smith, hydration situation man himself, Marcellus Wiley. Man, things are getting heated. Tensions are mounting. But we're going to unpack all that here next, here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, guys, man, Stephen A. Smith always finds himself going back and forth with some kind of colleague or some kind of ex-worker, and things are getting heated between Stephen A. Smith and Marcellus Wiley. Well, back in the days, Stephen A. Smith and Marcellus Wiley's crossed paths. They worked together before, and they was in a little feud before because Marcellus Wiley always has called Stephen A. Smith out for some of the lies and has exposed Stephen A. Smith on countless and numerous of times. And it all stems from situations with his ex-co-worker, Marcellus Wiley's ex-co-worker, and Max Kellerman. Stephen A. Smith used to work with Max Kellerman as well. And Max Kellerman was subsequently fired from ESPN, and Marcellus Wiley took exception to that. He said some things on how he thought Stephen A. Smith was a little jealous of Max Kellerman. There was an episode that aired when Terrell Owens, T.O., came on there and told Stephen A. Smith that Max Kellerman appears to be blacker than you, and Stephen A. Smith lost it, and Marcellus Wiley chimed in on that, and things just got ugly from there. So now to fast forward, Stephen A. Smith signed a lucrative deal with ESPN. Marcellus Wiley is out of work, and he's reduced to making content on YouTube in the YouTube content creation space, YouTube media. And, you know, he's doing well for himself. Kudos to Marcellus Wiley. He's doing well for himself on his YouTube channel. He's just now picking up a lot of steam, and a lot of people are rocking with him. And there was a discussion during the NBA Finals that Marcellus Wiley chimed in on because Stephen A. Smith was caught playing solitary on his phone, covering the NBA Finals when they was live on air. And, you know, Stephen A. Smith heard the rumblings, heard people, you know, digging at him, taking shots at him. And also, this is what really took matters overboard and out of hand, is because recently Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith's old partner on First Take, recently is coming back, and he is calling the mega fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Bud Crawford in September. And Marcellus Wiley chimed in and thought that Stephen A. Smith was a little jealous of that because Max is going to be on the call. And, you know, Stephen A. Smith is really trying to find himself in the boxing world, think he knows a lot about boxing. And, you know, he wants to call fights as well. But Max Kellerman got the job, and he's coming back, and he will be calling that fight. And Marcellus Wiley chimed in. So once Stephen A. Smith heard about all the stuff that Marcellus Wiley has been saying, Stephen A. Smith had a message for all his haters, but he singled out Marcellus Wiley. Now we're going to take a listen to the clip and what Stephen A. Smith said when he addressed his haters, but pay close attention because he has taken a shot and he has blindsided Marcellus Wiley. Now let's take a listen.
Even though his boy will lie his ass off and say otherwise because he gonna get more clicks. Y'all know who the hell it is. unbelievable. The shit that people make up just to create clicks, because that's all you can do to get a check now. I'm not talking about Max. I'm talking about his peeps. Y'all know who they are with their podcast. You got to be kidding me. But it's all right. It's okay. Because you see, when you make stuff up and you're talking about me, you still have me in the headlines.
That's a fact.
Which means you believe I'm relevant. Which means you know that it will create clicks for you. And that really kills you, doesn't it? Net negative on NBA coverage? Are you insane? We talk NBA on First Take all the time. I'm on SportsCenter all the time. All I'm trying to say is what I really came here to say. I need this break. It's been a long season. Negotiations took a full year with ESPN. SiriusXM took months. I'm very, very happy where I'm at. Very happy that things worked out the way that they did. But over the process, I got something to tell y'all. I think I've gotten too mellow.
I think LeBron James mellowed you out.
Very nice, very quiet, and I haven't come out with the fire that I'm accustomed to coming out with. I actually think I've been more mild-mannered. I don't believe I've told enough people to kiss my ass. I don't believe I've told enough people you could go kick rocks. I don't believe that I've said enough about the people who talk shit about me lying all the damn time. That's going to end.
Whoa. You're shooting the shots.
I'll be back beforehand. But when I return to SiriusXM on September 2nd, when I come back from my vacation in August for First Take, y'all might see somebody a little different.
Now, you heard what Stephen A. Smith had to say. Stephen A. Smith said out of his own mouth that when he comes back, a lot of people are in trouble. Now, see, he said he's been quiet and he's been mild-mannered. And I think the situation between him and LeBron James kind of humbled him, because through that whole ordeal, Stephen A. Smith was getting exposed by a lot of people for all the lies that he was telling leading up to the LeBron James incident. And stuff started swirling back around the internet of things that Stephen A. Smith said in the past. And some of the media personnel used that against Stephen A. Smith when he was in feud with LeBron James. And I think that's why Stephen A. Smith took a step back, kind of humbled, stopped going at people, because in that situation between him and LeBron, he really got exposed and he got humbled. So he kind of took a step back. So I understand where he's coming from. But, you know, Stephen A. Smith likes drama. When somebody says something about Stephen A. Smith will go on his own podcast and he will try to open up a can and unleash everything that he wants to unleash, because some of the things that he can't say on the ESPN network, you know, Walt Disney can't do it. So right now, him and Marcellus Wiley are going back and forth. And I know Marcellus Wiley is going to respond, because he's actually dropped a video talking about the same thing that we're covering today. But in this situation, you heard what he said, because, you know, Marcellus Wiley and Max Kellerman are boys. And he said, your boy over there on his podcast making up lies just to get clicks and views, just to get a check, because that's the only way that you can get money, because you're not hired on no major network. So Stephen A. Smith is completely blindsided Marcellus Wiley. So y'all guys, let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Just in case I forgot, tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.